Hi, I'm Mike Mulligan, and we're doing this associated with the Pilgrim Plant SRV business, um, and I was wondering, I was thinking about that as I was kind of reviewing what I was been doing the last couple of days, and LERs seem to be intentionally. An LER has you could have an initial LER and an event, and you know, when the event happens, they're supposed to they have a 30, 60, 90 days to submit the LER and stuff. Uh, um, a lot of times an event happens and then they can say they're interpreting the data and that gives the utility 3 months, 6 months, a year to finally say, oh, an event happened and we got to write an LER right now. And that's when the LER gets written and stuff. So that's another way they cheat and stuff. And so, I've been noticing that it's the two simple. The first, like the Pilgrim LER on their SRVs. We find the LER was working properly, except for the so-called pilot valve leak and stuff, and then you find out there's 3 or 4 leaks later on and stuff, and so you have to say, well, they must have known something. Did they disclose all the information? Why are they selectively releasing LERs, the updates, and all that sort of stuff? What's behind that? There seems to be. Are they trying to say? They're worried about exposing competitive information if they, immediately told you what's all wrong with that valve and how unstable we are. Will that, make the prices go up or what have you on the market and stuff like that? So they work on it, and then somebody can make more money, and we could lose money, whatever that is, and stuff. Is that why they're selectively releasing information on these LERs and stuff like that? Can they do that? They have rules, pretty strict rules on what has to be reported and when and stuff. And can they do that? LERs came out of LERs were. They didn't voluntarily do it before TMI. They released as little information as they could, and post TMI, everybody got was fed up with the system, and the NRC itself lost a lot of credibility as a weak noodle as far as a regulator and stuff. And so Congress and all that sort of created a great national event and stuff like that. And so Congress came back and defined what had to be reported to the public. And the reason why that happened was one thing, an LER communicates what happened at a plant to another plant. Pilgrim could have a problem, and if they get an LER out quickly, and it's seen across all of the plants, and maybe across in California, there's another plant with this, similar symptoms, and if they can use that information at Pilgrim in the LER, then they can prevent problems from happening over there in California and stuff. So that was the nature of that was TMI. Why that was one of the fixes post TMI and stuff. So and on the other end is public. If a plant has problems, they have to immediately write up a report on that, and supposedly a utility could pay the price of if they did something irresponsible, right? You have to write it up, and the media would get a hold of it, or or a pro safety group would get a hold of the information, and that would punish the utility, or create fear in their lives, and they'd say to themselves, "Oh, we can never get away with doing that kind of again. We got to be different." And that was a way of, evolving the industry as far as making them pay a price of telling the truth. But have we gotten away from that? Because of different reasons. Maybe I don't know what the merchant plant, but maybe if it was a state or regulated plant, a type of plant under the umbrella of a state utility board of types and stuff. Maybe they want to not release information immediately to influence how the state utility board would interpret their misdeeds and stuff. I don't know if that's why they are selectively releasing information in these LERs. Because if you looked at over a number of them, Vermont Yankee being one, with their SRV problems and how they did their updates and stuff, you would know that the Vermont Yankee and Pilgrim here, their first LER is obscenely inaccurate. It's just a quick rendition of what happened, what happened. In Pilgrim's case, everything was all right, and all that. In Vermont Yankee's case, it was they completely missed the what was the why the seal failed. They thought it was temperature. They said it was a high temperature thing impeded the seal, plastic rubber seal type of thing. And they, of course, knew it wasn't high temperature or any environment that made it weaken the seal. It was they used the wrong material, and they pretty well much knew. And they never talked about that they used the wrong material till 2 years later and stuff. So why are they why is the NRC letting them get away with this kind of selective release of information with the LERs? And again, the LERs are meant to be the strict release of information to get it out there really quickly, and to get it all throughout the industry. They got guys, dedicated at these plants, just to reading in other events at other plants and stuff like that, so that they could learn from the mistakes of other plants or failures of other plants, and not. So I just wanted to cover that, to see if anybody else wants to pick up that. Why is the NRC allowing this to happen? Is the NRC is that in the regulations? Can a utility based on market reasons not fully disclose what's going on in the LER and stuff? Can they delay the release of information for a year or 2 years or 3 years, based on they don't want to give their competitors? Can you imagine that? You're talking about you don't want to spike electricity prices versus you want to withhold information, say, from another plant, that might prevent them from having a problem down the line with your own problem. You see what I'm saying? There's a conflict there, and certainly there's a conflict on the laws, the way the rules are written. So, anyways, there's one for you.